Hello, YouTube. With all this shutdown and deficit problem with this debt ceiling going on right now, and so much talk has been going on about this, I figured I would put my 2 cents in and share some of my opinion with you guys. This is the homepage of CNN right now, and you get the sense that we've been kicking the can down the road for a while, and it's getting narrower. You can tell the road is getting a lot narrower. So I'm going to show you an article here. This is back in September. House votes to cut food stamps by $40 billion. Now, for those people who are on food stamps, this is horrible news. It's like they're going to go hungry if you don't get their aid. And it's not going to be a direct cut of $40 billion right away, but it's going to be $40 billion in nutrition aid to be cut over the next 10 years and deny benefits to millions starting 2014. No one's really talking about this right now because obviously the shutdown and the debt ceiling is a big, big issue. And what I wanted to discuss with everybody here is, let's say everybody has some kind of idea on how to resolve or fix this problem. And I just kind of came out with a wild idea on my own. So I'm going to show you what I came up with. Okay, now here's a diagram of a couple of things here. The first one here is a petrodollar system that we're on now. A lot of people saying fiat is, worthless. It's not backed by anything, but it actually is. It's backed indirectly by oil and the military-industrial complex. Okay, and what we have is a Federal Reserve here just pumping the system to make it keep going back and forth, back and forth. And as this keeps going, the debt goes higher and higher and higher, and the elite 1% continue to make a lot of money in the system. But obviously, with the road getting narrower, and even if they decide to raise the debt ceiling, we're going to run into the same problem again. Okay, unless there's, I don't know how they're going to be able to cut and lower this debt down from 17, 18, 19 back to 14, 14, 12, 10, and etc., right? So there really is no solution to fix it. It's just kind of patch, 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 and let it sustain further and further. Now, my wild idea is for the United States to kick the Federal Reserve out and have the U.S. Treasury take over with our monetary policy and how our finances work. So no more Federal Reserve notes. It will just be, here's a spelling error, U.S. Treasury dictating how we're going to issue currency and how we're going to have our money back in the power of the people, hopefully. I think it's a lot better to have the U.S. Treasury take control rather than the Federal Reserve, right? So that's one wild idea that most of you probably say that'll never happen, but it's just an idea. And this box here says renewable dollar indirectly backed by renewable energy. Now, why would this work? Over in the old paradigm, you had the Federal Reserve pumping into the system that is supporting a finite resource, oil, that is finite. It's not easy to get, and if you switch over to something that's going to be renewable. Now, what I mean by renewable is that the United States in particular has a lot of land. And what we can do is to create a lot of solar panels or solar farms and use that to generate, free energy basically, other than the cost of the solar panels and having it installed, and just constantly put more and more and more and more up. And the U.S. Treasury could print money into something tangible like solar panels and solar farms, and create a lot of something for nothing after a while. It'll pay itself off because the sun's beaming. It's always giving us energy, and in both of these boxes here, the money is tied to energy. Petrodollar is tied to oil. Renewable dollar will be tied to free energy. So I got the idea in conjunction with reading this book called Rooftop Revolution by Dan Kennedy. He feels as though that how solar panel could actually save our economy and also clean ourselves from dirty energy. So if any of you want to get some knowledge about solar panels and the solar industry, this book might be a good read for everyone. So getting back to this little diagram I have here, I don't know how many of you feel this is kind of like uh, a plausible idea, even though it's far-fetched. It's something reasonable or logical for a kind of a transition from the current system to the new system. Any of your thoughts, comments would be very much appreciated, and I thank you for watching. Bye.